Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is Cell Tower, and I was told that yesterday's Cell Tower was fun. You can always go in the archive. So this is number 982, and I'll see if I can link directly to it. I should be able to. All right, so let's go. Um, so the way this game works is it's a word search, but we don't know what words we're looking for, and there's no theme or anything like strands. But the words are drawn a little bit differently. They're drawn in clumps like this, and you read it left to right, top to bottom. So this is GIVRNGB. Even if we do something like this, right? This would be RNGGBS. You always do it left or right, top to bottom. You just skip over ones that aren't part of the clump. And the key is there's only one way to finish the puzzle. So if you have a word, it doesn't mean that that word is supposed to be locked in if it blocks the ability for the rest of the puzzle to make words. So that's kind of almost like a Sudoku aspect to it. You got to kind of logically look at the surroundings and see if it seems reasonable. But you can always remove a word and try again. So this G, so this is going to be the first letter of a word, right? Because it goes left to right, top to bottom. This is the top left word. We're not going GS, so we're definitely going GI. The other option, of course, there's always the option to do weird shapes like this, but it would isolate the S. But it would be GE, right? But I'm thinking GI. I'm thinking giving is really good here. But what we want to look around to see if there's words we can make out of these. So we definitely need SE. I don't know if it'd be SEN or SER. We've got roll just sitting there. But then it would be Seniok. No. Sir roll. Sir. See, giving is great except for I just don't see a word here. Senile? Not quite. Oh, we could do senile like this. Then we'd be ROG. Rog. So if I do giving and senile, what's over here? Occlns. Oln. Maybe not. Giving is so good, but maybe it's not. Okay. Sometimes working from the bottom right is helpful as well because we know a word ends in S. Unfortunately, ending in S isn't amazing, but any of the corners can often be helpful. Let's look at the C actually. I don't think could we do CLE maybe? I was gonna say I don't think we start with C, but CLE makes a lot of sense. Cleans? No, that would be EA. Cleanse? That's not. You need an A again for cleanse. We don't have to start with C though. One of these letters would go before it though. Ocean, no. I really need an A, huh? Not gonna happen. I really think we're starting with C. CL makes a whole lot of sense, but maybe we could go all the way like over here if we connect it. CE sense, but with a C. This is a tough one. Giving just feels so obvious, but what's another option? After GI, we're not going GII, so we have to go GIV. I feel like that's the only option. Then from the V, we get the R or the I or the. I mean, I feel like it's got to be the I. I don't see how we're doing give it. So I mean, I think giving is forced. So I'm gonna lock it in because it is forced. It's just we got something weird going on over here. What about this T though? This T is gonna start a word. So we've got task. We got busy. Maybe I should lock in task then, because I don't see what else it would be. I don't think we can do tasky or anything. Okay, task. We've got busy. Let's try that. So this P has to start. Well, it doesn't have to start a word. This Y. Your. Just straight down. Maybe. What's this O doing? Pocket. Okay, your and pocket. plus. At some point, we have to stop just doing straight down, but Intel. Oops. No, we can't quite do Intel, huh? If we do plus, we've got like keep. Can we extend keep? Keeping is interesting. Print, just straight down. What are these straight down ones? Real. Maybe not real. Maybe realize. No, real. Relish. No. I'm concerned about this. We have something coming through this A, if all this is right. I got to get something with this S. I mean, senile does not work anymore because it would make ROG on its own. I mean, obviously, some of this could be wrong. Sen. If I highlight all of this, do I get a word? Senerolj. This is too long, right? But I feel like if I'm going to start with C, I need to get all of these letters, but Surog. Cleanse. I really want this to be cleanse, but there's no A. Just roll. Senios. Oh no, something's wrong. Picture. Alarm. If I do realize, then I have fee. Fies. Realize like that. And fields. I feel like this all might be right because we just have this top right area. I might have one of these bordering words wrong, but nicer maybe, or icer. Let's lock in nicer. So something like does this. Rollages. Colleges is crazy. And senior. There we go. Somehow Senoy didn't make me think of senior. I actually did it perfect. This was a good one though. I enjoyed this. The straight down ones really threw me off because they don't usually do that. But then we did have some interesting shapes like colleges, avoiding that N. Keeping being a plus sign there. So yeah, some interesting shapes today. All right, thank you for the suggestion. All right, we're gonna move on to our normal games. So let's do Dordle. Let's start with tower because we did cell tower. All right, nothing on the left, so maybe something like Saint. No, we can't do the T. I was gonna Saint S. I want SNL. Slain. Ooh, SL. I something E almost certainly. Slide? Nope. Slice is left. I think it's only slice. Okay, good. Lad. Laddie? That would be weird. Ooh. Badly. Badly slice. Yeah. Me with bagels. I need them pre-sliced because I slice them so badly all the time. All right. Fibble. C's. There's a lie. Probably not the Z. Let's bring in an E. SI since. Since is great. Ooh, we have a lie. Okay, so one of these S's is lying, meaning there is no E in the word. If there's an E in the word, we need a lie on one of these E's and this E. That would be too many lies because one of these S's is lying also. We didn't learn. Oh, there's also a lie in the I's. Ah, that's an X-wing. So one of the lies is in the S's, one of the lies is in the I. So if you're not an I or an S, you are not lying. So I would like to say we are SIN still, but I can't because either the S is lying or the I is lying. If the I were lying, and it's not lying as gray, if the I were lying, it has to be lying as gray because if it was green, it would be in the same slot as that N. If the S was lying, it would have to be gray. Yeah, because these are gray. That's a much easier way to say it because these are gray. So I'm going to use the S and the N, and I'm going to ignore the I because I like the greens better for finding lies. Sonar is a good word. S is gray again. Is there another S something NA? Sun. Okay, I don't think so. So I think we are more like INA, like final. Okay. Well, there's a lie between these A's, so we know the sense correct anyway. Is that all we learn? There's a lie between these I's. Shoot. If I keep using the A there, and I'd have to do F something NAI, and that's just not a word. So I think that this A has to be the lie, meaning there's no S, meaning that's the lie, meaning there is an I, meaning that's the lie. And I think what I want to do is swap the A and I and not use the F. Like panic, but there's no C. It's got to be a word. Can I end in T or D? It could be like an NIA word. That seems reasonable, but like mania. Actually, mania works. And it's the answer. Ooh, that's a tough word. Cool. All right, Betweenle. We'll start with mania. Good M word. Not that it matters what we start with. Ooh, we are probably a late L. Let's try lunar. Okay, that was too late of an L. So let's do logic. Somewhere between. Probably like LU, like lucky or something like that. No, L. I'm thinking we can't be LU. I think we are LO. Maybe lounge. No, that's too long. Whoops. Lada. Didn't accept it. Okay. Lover. Nope. Loser. LOU just makes sense, but what would it be? Lufa? No. I can't think of a 5-letter word that's LOU. It's tough. Lotus? It was Lotus. Wow. Okay, Lotus. Let's move on. Start word 500 with Lotus. One green. I usually like to think it's a vowel. So we will try the O, but I mean, all of those are very common, so it could really be any of these letters. Gotta pick one though. I would like to use an E somewhere. We could do an ER word, OER word. Cover, something. Let's do power. One green, one yellow. Well, if there's a possibility of having an E, I like to think we do, till proven otherwise. So we'll do this. I want to do poise, but we used the P already and the S. Is it like a ONGE? Is that a thing? Not really. ONCE. Nonce is a word. Oh, okay. So we can't have an O because it would have to be green here and yellow here. So there is no O in the word. I'm going to say we have the E just because I don't know what color this E is, but I'm going to say we have the E just because E is very common. Maybe just starting with L. I gotta pick one of these to be green. I don't want the S to be green. I feel like that's the least likely to be green. U here, I mean, I could do like an EU word, but I think I'd rather have the T or the L. So let's try the L. So L, and then we have an E somewhere, and then we have a P, W, or R. What if I did like RE like this? Does that make any sense? Not really. I don't like the W. Unless we end in like EW. I'm not seeing it. LER then. Lur. No, that doesn't work. Any one of these to be green. Yeah, and if the P could be yellow. I was gonna say there would be no P, but the P could be yellow. We don't have to have the E, but like I feel like that's the best option. What if I make the E green? I just need to put an R, W, or P somewhere. It's tempting to guess large is kind of a fillery word. I know it can't end in E, but okay, let's do it as a kind of a fillery word, large. 2 yellows and large. Okay, so what we learned is there cannot be an L either. So it would be green at the top and yellow at the bottom. So there's no L or O definitely. I'm going to continue to say we have E's. So no N or C. And then did we get an A maybe? Or is it the R that's yellow here, yellow here? Let's bring in the T. I may need that U, but let's bring in the T. We have the E, so we need an maybe I need the R just to. Would it be a TE something, or would I want like the E over here? So let's make it yellow here. And let's end in R. Let's see how that looks. So then we'd have ET and we end in R, something like that. Problem is what goes between that, because I'm out of vowels. I mean I have the I. Which isn't a word. So maybe these are swapped like that. So we'd have TE and we need an R somewhere else, like it's at the start. TE. I think righted might be a word. No, unfortunately it's not. I did have the R. I could use an A. I mean, A seems reasonable. And then bring in a P or a W. So TE. Oh, but where's the A go? Maybe A something TE. All right, I'm gonna do kind of one of the sort of cheaty, almost cheaty things, which is do a very similar word to large. Still 2 yellows. I mean, darn, I picked a bad word because I knew that would happen because I knew we didn't have an L. I forgot that L was proven red. So we need to do a different letter changed. But now we know there's no B. That's all we learned. This is what we know for sure. So what if I do parse? That's interesting. Still 2 yellow. So now we know there's no P, and we know there's no S, and no G. Okay, that's not surprising, but I wanted to confirm that. So we have 2 of ARE. Ooh. So if I bring in the ER here, I can bring in the ER here, and we just wouldn't have an A. So yeah, I'm running out of fillers though. I can't. Let's hold off on another filler. I think we have an E. Yellow, 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 yellow. No N or C. I think that's what happened there. Seems completely reasonable. I don't know what color E is here. But let's say with the E and the R. So just no A. We have the E and the R. We need a T or a U green. Which one's in place? The E or the R? Maybe R's do like to be second. So if we put the R second, we can put the E here. Sorry, we know these would be yellow. Oops, I clicked too many times. There. And then we're saying this is yellow and this is green, which means this can't be green, which means the T is green. So we would be RTE, which actually suddenly looks bad. Especially without like an A or something to put at the start. I can't do ER, which is really a problem. The R could go first. Seems more reasonable, but I looked at righted already. Darn. I'm going to guess rights to see if I'm on the right track. 2 yellows. Okay. Well, that means if... Okay, so the O is guaranteed. The L is guaranteed. I'm pretty sure now... Sorry, these are guaranteed red. It's kind of a quasi guarantee there. I'm going to say we have an E still. Oops. Come on. E. That means we have this E. That means this is yellow. And I think we have the R. And I think it's green here. And that would mean we means we have the U in place. So we are E somewhere and then you are. Femur. Darn, it was demure. I had a 50-50 on that one. All right, I almost had it, but femur and demure were both possible. So I just lost a 50-50 and femur was the first I thought of. Tough word though, ending in UR like that. All right. I should have just trusted it was going to be a vowel in Lotus, but I mean, L, T, and S are all very common too. Okay. But if I'd gone with my strategy of always preferring the vowel, I think I might have come up with it much sooner, which is unfortunate. All right. Polygonle. Ooh, look at this. We got an 8-letter word. This repeats. So what are we doing with this? Is this like an LLS word or something? Ooh, that's tough with this L here. Could obviously be a vowel of some kind. Maybe an O or an E. Retweet. Unfortunately, that repeats this T. Retweed might be a word. No. Detween. Between is a word. It's not an E there, but after a B, would it be an L? I doubt it. Would it be an O? Seems reasonable. But what the heck is this doing? If it's a vowel, it's only O. If it's a consonant, it has to go after a B. There's not much. There's the R, which I don't think we're doing I mean, we could do R or Y or something. If it's an L, it's hard to get back to the L so quickly. I don't know if you know what I mean, but like pronunciation-wise, I just don't like it. So if it's not BL, not BL, R, I think we're BO. Box something, box. I want like box tool. I like the L actually. Box fool. Box pool. Try to do a filler. Okay, if I did a filler, I would probably just want to put an O here and get a bunch of good letters. Poultry is pretty much intact, so we'll do that. Okay, it's B-O. There's a Y, and it's not there, so it's probably boy something. Boy doom. Wait, what does this? It doesn't end in S, does it? Boys. Boy cook. What the heck is this? Darn it. Okay, I need another filler. I just need letters. Maidens still gets a bunch of letters, so it's basically I started with poultry maidens like I normally would. All right, there's a D somewhere. Boyhood. Ooh, that's a tough word. I had a hard time with that one. How many options were there? 9 ordinary. Between boxwood. Between remove the W, so I wasn't thinking about wood because of that. Boyhood, degrees, genteel, logbook, seaweed, and uncanny. All right, do the mini. End in the same letter. So, melee. No, that has another E in it. Probably double L is our first like swill or something. Small. There's an L, but it's okay. Double S makes a lot of sense. Something like I was gonna say class, but gloss makes sense. Bliss makes sense. Bless makes sense. Okay. Bliss and bless. All right. There was something the other day with that too. Let's do symbol. We start with blaze. Ooh, this is what we like to see. This is a puzzle, right? We got to make a guess here. I always like to think the least common one is our in place. So we have an L second, and that means we either have I mean, I feel like these two being given like the EA makes a whole like makes the most sense. So we could guess like clean. So let's try that. I was wrong. So the outer letters actually wait, where'd that N hold on. Uh I is this the gray? No way. What happened here? I'm very confused because if the L isn't still in place, like if L is in place, then I have to end in N. That would mean, I guess that would mean that this blue is the out of place because there was no N pointing to the last slot. So the yellow cube would have to be the not in the word. And so blue would be out of place, which means that I have a complete, I think it's, I'd have a complete anagram. And I don't think there is an anagram with clean with LN in place or at all. So L is not the in place, but I got the same symbol both times. So it could be the out of place. I think that makes the most sense. So probably that means I have a B at the start and E at the end because we assume there's no Z in the word until proven otherwise. So starting with B, ending with E. And then I have an A second. So it's BA something something E. And that would work. Like barge. Hey, I got it. Okay, that was fun. That was a super surprising result. But I managed to work through it. All right, cool. I'm sure people who are not familiar with Symble are extremely confused on this one. Sorry. Let me go over why it was barge. So each individual clue is going to be comparing against barge. So in this case, the B and the E were in place, and that's what the yellow symbol meant. And then the second slot, I did the second slot wanted the A. And so this got the symbol of some other letter goes there, which is the A in this case. The A should have gone second. And so the second slot gets that symbol. It's opposite of Wordle. In Wordle, the A would have been yellow, but in Symble, the second slot is the yellow symbol. In this case, the red ring, because it's different every time. You have to figure that out. And then the A and these two slots here were RG, which aren't in Blaze at all. So we get the blue teardrop, which means sorry you didn't guess the right letter. None of the letters in your guess go there. And so then I followed up with clean because I misinterpreted the symbols. There are a lot of interpretations. And so in clean against barge, what we learn is that the second and last slots do have letters from clean, the E and the A in this case. But the first, second, and last slot, the first, third, and fourth slots do not have any letters from clean. The B, R, G aren't in clean. So those got the blue teardrop. So hopefully that explains it. I don't know if I did. All right, let's move on to Fusele. So 3 incognitos on our start. We are going to start with barge, and we're going to learn about the B and the R. We learned there is no B or R. We have no idea about AGE. We have to repeat a letter. What if I did an AY word and we did like LLY or something? Sally, maybe? Sally ho? All right, we learned that there's an A. So this should have been green, but the incognito didn't tell us. Maybe if it's A there without a Y, maybe we end in E. Let's check that. Imagine it was really close to barge. What can I do here though? I almost should have done latte. I don't know. Latte is pretty good. How about I can't do bathe. I can't do lathe. Darn, I wanted to do THE. I always think of cash for this. I'm right. It's AE. This is close to C. So this was alphabetical clues. So this letter is either an A, E, D, or F. And these aren't close to CH. I don't know what I want here. A, E, D, or F. Probably not an A. Could be an E. Eagle? No, there's no L. What if it was a D? I don't know what does that. Danger without the R. Dange. F? Fable? No, no B or L. I don't know. I don't know what goes here. I could do a filler. We know the AE are in place, so if I use the F and one other letter, like the D, somewhere, then I can learn whether it's F or D in that first slot, kinda. At least hint towards it. Fetid is not bad. I know there's an E already, but those were both blue. So that means the first, that is DA, almost certainly. Unfortunately, I have to guess dairy, but at least let me confirm. All right, so it is DA. And then this is E. And then, yeah, that's all I learned. I don't know I don't know what this word is. What can I do? I thought about this already. Davy. No, Is it obvious what this word is? I'm thinking about just doing the problem with I can't do a filler here because this is the worst twist to get second to last. You get only greens. So using these slots or not doesn't matter. I'm not going to learn anything in these slots because I already know they're DAE. So I only learn about these two slots anyway. What goes before this E? N? M? C? Dance? Dance. All right. Got it. Dance. What was that so hard to think of? I think because C was grayed out because I was looking at this slot, and I had already proved that slot wasn't C from this alphabetical clue. All right. Well, cool. That was fun. Those are the games for today. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.